This right here is the highly anticipated Series 5 Apple Watch. And instead of just simply doing a simple unboxing video, what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to take my Series 4 and go ahead and compare it in the boot up speed, speaker sound, and other test comparison between the two. And you may have catched this, the box isn't sealed with that plastic sealed. That was because I made this one using the Crate Style Studio that Apple has on their website, where it allows you to actually swap the bands with the one that you desire. So I swapped with this one with one of the new two-tone color ones, which we'll check out how it looks like in a little bit. So the package is the exact same redesign that we saw last year, Series 4, where you unfold this end and the other end, and then it just opens up like origami. It's very welcoming, still has the same effect and feel like the last generation did. You see all the other awesome designs of other combo bands you could do and create with your Apple Watch, so that's pretty cool. It's all printed on this sheet of paper. Place that aside, and you see here, our Apple Watch came in two separate boxes. One is the Apple Watch band and the other one is the product itself, the Apple Watch. So even though it didn't have the clear plastic, it was fully sealed because I still have to peel the seal right here to open up the package. Let's go ahead and lift this off, and there's our Apple Watch tucked inside this little pouch that they used last year as well. And here it is. This is our Apple Watch. Now this is actually the aluminum sport 44mm non-cellular version, so this is GPS Apple Watch. It's space gray, just like my previous Apple Watch. But hold on, this Series 5 has a darker shade of gray. Let me go ahead and remove the band off my Series 4. You could clearly see that the Series 5 has a darker, more black shade of gray than the Series 4. The Series 4, even though I'm using studio lights, you should be able to tell the difference. The Series 5 has a noticeable darker shade of gray than compared to my Series 4. Interesting, but everything else, they're identical. Weight wise, I can't really tell a difference. If I was blindfolded, honestly, I would not be able to tell which one's a Series 5 or 4. Screen side and reflection, they're identical as well. And then other things inside this box is not just our power adapter, the Apple Watch charging cable, but also the instructions guides, which disappointingly does not come included with Apple sticker. Come on, Tim Cook, throw in some Apple stickers just like the good old days. I'm pretty sure we could all agree. If you guys agree, hit that like button, because after all, this Apple Watch isn't cheap, still costs an arm and a leg. So right now, I think it will be a good time to pair up the device and set it up for the test that we're about to do in a little bit. So using my new iPhone 11 Pro, comment down below if you want me to do look at that, it says good morning like Tim Cook. Are you for real? Alright, back to what I was saying. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to review the iPhone 11 Pro, and feel free to comment down below some questions or concerns you might have about this iPhone. I'll go ahead and include that in a future video. But the pairing procedure is no different than previous Apple Watches. It's exactly the same. You use the phone to scan it. So while we're laying our Apple Watch to do this, let's go ahead and actually take a look at that new Sport Loop Band. So here it is. It's true tone colors, and it still has the price from the Apple Store underneath there. Interesting. It looks like they just pulled this off the shelf, but this one's actually sealed just like the Apple Watch box was. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and take it out, and it just unfolds just like the Apple Watch in some ways. The manual instructions how to install it should be easy. It's really common. And here's our band. But yeah, it's two-tone colors, and it's very stretchy just like the previous Apple Watch bands, the loop bands. Feels exactly the same material, feels like. Nothing out of the ordinary. Still has the Velcro, that's really strong. And even the ends, no loose threads or anything. Looks like an ordinary sport band if this camera could focus. It's dark purplish, bluish on this end it looks like. And then if we flip it, okay, I see how they do it. Pure black. The back is a solid black, and then on one side is blue. That's how they do the two-tone design when you fold it up. Alright, very interesting. It's a very cool band, but if you're looking for a more classic, elegant look that you could actually go out dining, something that you could probably continue wearing if you're going to a meeting, going to work, business casual, then go ahead and check out Bandworks. Bandworks is not just today's video sponsor, but it's also the band that I'm actually using on my Series 4 personally. Now this band is their vintage gray, and the material they use is fine leather from Italy, and it's handcrafted inside Germany. It takes roughly around 172 steps to produce one band, so every band is unique in its own way, and the materials they use is top notch. This one's very flexible, it adds a good amount of weight, making the Apple Watch feel more premium than ever. The connectors are actually very unique because unlike other third-party brands, these guys actually take the time to produce these for all the color and materials available for the Apple Watch, so it's gonna always color match like my space gray. But when you connect them, they make a secure click. Not even the official Apple Watch bands do this. And the latch underneath is made out of stainless steel. And if you're looking for a more classic look, check out this one. The stitching is absolutely amazing. Their Berlin collection's waterproof and they offer the same exact quality. And once a month they produce special edition band. The product you see in front of us is one of them. Unboxing it, everything is really unique. Comes included in this box, pouch. You remove it, and that's our band. And this band, what makes this one unique, it's made from the interior of a 1986 Porsche 911G model, and you get a certificate and a magazine. And then underneath the band you see the production number, so this was 21 out of 179. So if you're looking for some awesome top quality leather bands, definitely do check out these guys. I'll leave their link in the video description down below. And after looking at some leather bands that Apple actually makes, I mean, they're more expensive and the quality doesn't match these guys. So back to our comparison. For this first one, I want to see which one boots up faster, because during the keynote, there was no mention of there was an improvement in performance from the S5 to the S4, and internally the Series 4 has the S4 chip, while the Series 5 is using a new S5 chip, according to the Apple specs. So to perform this boot up test, what I did, I have both the Apple chargers connected to the same power bank, which is turned off, and as soon as I press a single button, once I place the Apple Watches on the charging stations, they should all synchronize because they're connected to the same power bank and should allow them to charge and turn on at the same time. So clicking on the power bank, they both boot up, maybe 1 or 2 seconds as you just witnessed. Besides that processor, another big change, the Series 4 came with only 16 gigabytes of storage. That was the default storage capacity, while the S5 now has a total of 32 gigabytes, which is great, especially with watchOS 6. It's now more independent. There's more independent app support for the Apple Watch, so having this larger storage definitely does help out. But within 40 seconds, the Series 5 was already finished from booting up, so that already won. And then the Series 4 shockingly took roughly around 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So it was almost twice as slow. I don't know what could be the cause of this. They're both on the same watchOS 6, but this clearly does show there is indeed a performance gain on the Series 5. This next test I wanted to test out is speaker quality, in case you have to answer those phone calls and rely on their speakers. I wanted to see if there was an increased performance from the Series 4 to the Series 5. So using voice memos, because that's the only application that actually allows the Apple Watch to play audio through the speakers without actually being in a phone call. On Max Audio, starting with the Series 4, it gets really loud, but not extremely loud, but still perfect enough that you can actually listen to the audio that's playing or the person you're talking to on the speaker. Here's a little sound sample. And using that same exact audio file that's synced on my iCloud, playing it on the Series 5 wasn't as loud as the Series 4. It's about the same peak. At max volume, it was as loud as the Series 4, but surprisingly, it was a little bit more pleasant. Not sure if this was due to the fact that it's a new speaker. It sounded more in depth, like true stereo, so the quality has been improved, but loudness, they're about the same. Here's a side-by-side comparison, so you could be the judge as well. And then moving on, for this final test, I wanted to test out the brightness and screen. Like, how does the screen look like in direct sunlight? Now, there's no change to the specs according to the Apple spec sheet. Both illuminate at 1000 nits total. But I want to see if they're using a different glass or different materials that prevent less glare. And indirect sunlight using the same wallpaper, they're both identical. They're both very easy to read, even in direct sunlight. There is glare, but the glare isn't terrible. You can still see all the information on both displays just fine. So it's clearly they're using the same glass like last year. And while we're at it, when you turn on always on display on the Series 5, it is really dimmed down, so it's somewhat difficult to read the numbers, see what time it is. So it's a little bit more difficult to see the numbers, but it's still clear. You can still look at it, you can still see all that information right there. But that was just a quick preview of the upcoming comparison test. If you want to stick around, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we're going to go ahead and revisit this and go further, more in depth in all its settings and comparison between these two Apple Watches. It's still been less than 24 hours when I had my hands on these things, so I like to go through the settings even more, get a full hand experience, for I could actually do a true in-depth review between these two Apple Watches. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have a Series 5 or even a Series 4, go ahead and check out this video. I go through a bunch of awesome accessories that you probably didn't know existed. So if you picked up a new Apple Watch and you're looking for some awesome accessories, check out that video. And then this video over here, that's a video that YouTube is recommending specifically for you. They think you're going to enjoy it. Is that true? Go ahead and click on it and let me know down in the comments if YouTube was right. But thank you again so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one.